Hey guys, it's Nick, Slingshot Disc Golf, voice of the student. My first video, I said we were gonna do a in the bag video just for funs. So I'm gonna grab my bag, find a spot to set up over here, and we'll knock it out. So let's. I'm gonna try not to get too into the weeds about the disc because you guys can always look up the disc if you like something. But we're gonna start with the rat. Have rat number one, rat number two. This rat is red. This rat is blue. If you're a slingshotter, you should consider a rat too. Just kidding. I usually only carry the rat number blue because, well, it's a good disc. It's an old disc, kind of like a Zone or an Envy. It's my throwing putter, and it's fun. I enjoy throwing the rat. If you're, rat, you grip lock the rat, comes back for you, goes right in the chains every time. Ace disc. No, actually, it's not ace disc. Set that aside. Second disc that I have is this disc. This is the DGA Breaker. Now, I am an amateur player, and as an amateur player, I need something like this in my bag because I cannot park every single shot. It's true. Yeah, it's sad, but yeah, I don't park them all. So this is the disc that I use because this disc is flexy, and it hits the ground and it sucks up all the impact and stops for me. I had trouble. I was using regular Zone for that shot, and it was doing good with it, except it would skip past the basket by 50 feet and leave me with a big putt. And this doesn't skip so hard, so I've been using that one. I know they make a Flexi Zone, and I have one, and I like using this breaker. Plus, this Cthulhu stamp is sick, dude. I love this stamp, and like I have joked with my friends that I play with sometimes, and we're like, "Hey, what disc did I show?" They're like, and I'm like, "Okay, that's the one I break out." This is probably my favorite disc of all time right now. It's the MVP Reactor Super Black disc. I throw this when I shouldn't throw this disc. I throw this when I should throw this disc. It's got me a lot of sticky spots. I won a CTV with this disc. I haven't aced with it yet though. I think if I'm gonna ace, this is probably one that's going in. I love my Reactor, little overstable disc. And then its little brother, the one that goes the other direction, is my Uplink. This one's so used that it used to be pink and now it's kind of white. It's faded out a little bit, but I really like the Uplink for that fading shot that goes to the right. And this is the disc that kind of gets that done for me. Then in the middle, I have got a Thought Space Pathfinder. This thing is new to my bag for the last like maybe 3 weeks, and it goes really straight. I'm surprised at how straight this goes, and I'm still playing with it, still messing with it, but it has done me good work so far. And I love cheesy, corny ninja movies, and it's got this really cool ninja on the side, and I can't really find too many discs with ninja themes on them, so I think this was really cool. Move up to fairway drivers. I have a Crave. I've been bagging a Crave for a while, but I don't trust my Crave, and this might be a disc that gets cut. I lost one a couple weeks ago in the ravine because I didn't throw it hard enough, and it burned off, and it went boop, right into the water. And this is a backup Crave. I got a couple more of them because they just made one in glow, and then the PDGA number one sent me one, and so I got a bunch of Craves and keep trying to use them. I keep hearing how good they are, but I haven't had luck with it yet. So I just keep bagging it. It's one of those discs I keep bagging because I know I should bag it, but I don't know that it's actually good. So maybe one day it will be good, and I'll be using it a lot. And maybe I just use my Rival instead. Rival is 7502. I got this when I started playing. It's kind of it was like one of those starter pack discs. Not really starter pack discs. It was one of those 3-disc challenge discs, and I used it a bunch in the beginning. Thought it was doing pretty well. Set it aside. Didn't use it for a long time, and then I come back and start using a bunch more. And it's surprised how little effort it takes for me to throw that really straight and get it pretty far. It's doing pretty good. Then if I had a right fading shot, which is a hard shot, and it took me a lot of discs to find one that worked well, I've got a West Side Disc Hatchet, and this one consistently kind of makes that right hand fade for me when I need to get around something that, because I can't really throw a forehand. I'm not a forehand player. I don't throw forehands very far. You got to have something that fades that way. That's a hard shot to throw if you're not a forehand player. That's the one that's getting that done for me right now. This is an Axiom Insanity. I just got this to replace the Valkyrie I lost, and I don't know that this is the replacement for the Valkyrie yet. Still working with this. One's a proton plastic one, and it's max weight just about too. So I'm gonna do the practice throws with this. So putting on finish this video because I need to practice this disc. I need to figure out how it works. So I'm gonna stick it in here. I'm gonna try to use it. I usually use the Valkyrie a lot, and then I lost it. I threw it at the same down ravine at the Crave. So that was a mean day that day. I lost 2 discs in that same hole, but somehow I turned that day around. So I was pretty happy. This is a 9304 is a Legacy Disc Enemy. This is kind of like having a Fireball or a Firebird. I used this in the wind yesterday, and it was great. I was surprised at how well this did in the wind. It's really stable. I use this to hook around objects. I use it for skip shots, and I don't use it a lot. Maybe I'll start using it more for stuff like that. Try that skip shot more. This is you got to have like a Firebird or something. This is a Legacy version. Legacy is really popular here in the valley where I live. I don't know why, but there's lots of people that love their Legacy. So I've got a few Legacy discs. I like some of them. I don't like all of them. I like Innova. I have Legacy. A couple of West Side. I have that Thought Space, and I have the MVP stuff too. So those are like the ones that I tend to gravitate towards, and I'm starting to gravitate towards the DGA stuff because DGA is pretty. In the middle of my recording, I had some kids show up and start screaming, which is fine. I just had to move. I had to start over, adjust the camera a bit. I only have a few discs left anyway. I got my Streamline Trace. Love my Trace in the 11 speed. It's really comfortable to throw. It's a really affordable disc. If find is usually only like $11. Use this one a lot. It's a really good disc. I've got a Pink Destroyer. Who doesn't have a Destroyer? Hey, maybe I'm done and getting training from Coach. That's all the bag is nothing but Destroyers. Yeah, that's right. Destroyer sometimes it's exactly the disc you need for the shot, and I got a pink one so you can find it. Pink's actually the best color to find in the grass, is what I find, especially out here. But I like this disc much more. This is my Katana. Innova Katana is the disc that has done stuff for me that I didn't think I was gonna make other shots, and I'm like, I'm gonna bust out the Katana to see if I can make it, and then I throw it and it gets out, hooks out around objects up high, and I hit the. It's not really good in the wind, but it's a disc I should throw more because I think the Katana is a really good one. And I've got me a Innova Turn. My Halo Turn here is this is a hyzer flip disc, and this one will also kind of like make that right fading shot in the driver category. But not. I like the hyzer flip this thing when I can and send it out there. It's drivers. My favorite discs are actually mids. I throw a lot of mids. I tend to not need drivers. We play a lot of shorts where I live, so there's not a lot of. It's not always 500-foot shots. Everything you can reach everything with a mid in my local course most of the time. So drivers get a little less use, but there are some long holes, and probably my favorite driver in here is this Star Colossus, Innova Colossus. This is a 14 speed, and yes, you can throw a 14 speed, and if you're going to throw one, this is probably the one to pick. Use this when it gets really windy, and it works great, and it's not nearly as stable as the numbers say it is. This thing goes laser straight, and it just bombs. I love this disc a lot, and I have another one to back up in case I lose that one. And then as a local favorite, this is the Legacy Disc Rampage in Skyline Plastic. These are hard to find. They don't make the Skyline runs very often. So if you see one, pick it up because they're probably not going to make one for a while. They are lightweight. They're 14 speeds that are lightweight. They're pretty stable. And these are just really popular where I live here. And I see these, everybody's using these things. And so, yeah, I throw it in my bag to give it a shot. If they love them, maybe there's a reason. Maybe it makes a cut because something else is better. But I'm trying it out for now, and I've made good shots with it. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with it for a little bit, and we'll see. Then as far as putters go, the world is your oyster. I can't putt worth a ding. I tried all kinds of different stuff. I think right now I'm using Gateway Magic, which is pretty good. And then I just got this DGA Surf, which is like a brand new disc. It seems to be okay, but maybe I'll get better at putting someday too, and then I can we could talk about putters. But putters is kind of like up to you guys. You guys figure out your putter. So that's been my in the bag video. I have the Starframe Beast. This was a good affordable bag. A slingshot disc golf patch I had made myself. I got a patch to remind me that the target area is only 2 meters wide. You know, just have a little fun with you guys, and it's, you know, you gotta remember that slingshots for everyone.